Hello, I'm Deborah Sword. You've probably heard the ancient advice to count to 10 when you're feeling high emotion, you're upset, or you need to calm down. Viktor Frankl said that 10 count is a space, a pause before you respond to stimulus. He said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. I'll put that quote in the show notes and a link to a helpful website about the seconds of pause between stimulus and response. The key point is that Viktor Frankl calls the instant after a stimulus a space of power, and that power is to choose how to respond. I suggest there's a better use of the 10-second gap than counting. When you're in a conflict in that moment of hot emotion, fear, passion, counting can be a waste of that pause, that space of power in which you give yourself thinking time. Do this experiment. Try thinking while you count. Take a minute. Okay, count to 10 and have another thought while you're counting. How'd that go? Now imagine you're in a high pressure situation like conflict and try again. Think while you count. Have you done that? Did you do any better? What kind of response did you formulate at the same time you were counting? Now imagine a bully, your spouse, a boss, some random dude is in your face angry with you, and you're counting to 10. At the end of that 10 count, you've counted to 10. Even if you're calmer, do you feel safer? That dude might still be angry with you. And then what? So, what to do instead of counting to 10 when you're in a conflict? I suggest these conflict competent uses of that pause instead of counting. First, use your 10 count to hack your ordinary conversation skills for one that's appropriate for the conflict in front of you. Conflict Owner's Manual encourages you to practice your conflict competency skills during your calm conversations. Go back and listen to episode 20, where I come up with some hacks for you to use. I'll put that link in the show notes. Second, use your 10 count to inventory and access your skills before responding to stimulus in conflict situations. The world has become an uncertain place of change and turbulence. You don't need to wait until you're in conflict to think about your ability to respond to stimulus. When you do that, you're learning a transferable skill from your calm to when you want to have access to that skill in a conflict. Third, use your 10 count to form a question to understand what the other person's beef really is. The best response is often a good question, such as, how can I help with what you want? Or, what's important to you that I don't yet understand? 4, use your 10 count to find the pattern that's playing out in this particular conflict. If it's repeating over time, since you can't go back and change what happened last time, you and the other person had a similar disagreement, next best is to learn the lesson, change the pattern, and repair any harm. 5, use your 10 count to be a role model for owning your conflict instead of getting defensive. If you want the other person to behave better, you behave better too. Model the behavior you want. Those are 5 strategies that are a better use of the pause between stimulus and response than counting to 10 is. As soon as a tense situation happens, you experience a cascade of reactions that cause you to have thoughts about what decision to make. You need the skills, the conflict competency to be able to sort through those thoughts. You can't do that while you're counting to 10. If you have just seconds to respond, then you want those seconds to count. One of those or all of those 5 ways are skills you can practice when you're calm, so you have access to the conflict competency when you're in high emotion. And it's healthy to practice adapting to uncertainty in everyday conversation. Your family and friends will admire your calm, and it improves the quality of your relationships. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you find it useful. Please subscribe to our podcast, like it, share it, and leave a comment. Let others know that there are ways to improve the quality of your relationships through practice your conflict competency. Thank you.